everybody, it's Alyssa here, and today I wanted to bring you a video on why community college isn't bad. So, a little bit background on me. I recently graduated from my community college in August of 2017 with my associates in liberal arts and science, and I then transferred to my four-year university into my animal science bachelor's degree with a concentration into animal management, and I will be switching over to the equine management concentration when they do add that into our curriculum in the next year or so. Now that we have a little bit of background on me and my kind of experience with community college, let's get into the video. Number one, community college is not for the stupid kids in high school. I hate even using that term. But to be honest, straight out of high school, that's what I thought. I was like, I'm not going to go to community college. Like, community college is for kids that don't know what they want to do, or we're like solid C students, which there's nothing wrong with that. In high school, I got pretty much straight A's and a couple B's here and there without really trying, but I know a lot of people have a lot harder of a time than I did. And I realize that now. I was very self-absorbed and I judged people a lot more in high school, and I was just like, I'm not going to community college after I graduate, no. But I had never really seen myself going to a community college permanently, like going and getting my associate's degree there, even though I was there full-time for my senior year. It was never something I had really envisioned for myself, but moving on from that, I ended up saving a lot of money going to community college, and thankfully, I got out of community college and graduated with my associate's degree in liberal arts and science without any student loan debt, which is great to say. I did have a couple of bills here and there when I had to pay for my summer classes, and that would be number two, saving money. And then number three, in the long run, you have more time usually to work or to volunteer or to just live your life more. I know I was working full-time at GNC. I had another job. I had like 2 or 3 jobs at a time in between the entire time I was at community college, and it was a really great experience because I got a lot more life experience than I had before I was working full-time at GNC. It made me grow up a lot just because I had that responsibility, and I got a lot of experience while also going to school and getting my associate's degree. And just from experience being at a four-year university now, I am working a quarter, if not an eighth of what I was working before, and I'm not used to not working a lot. I love working a lot. I love having money. Ugh. But I am not working nearly as much as I am right now because school and labs and discussion sessions and clubs and everything else is way more of a time commitment than it had been in community college. I didn't do any clubs or anything in community college, even though I was working, and I'm in 3 clubs. I was in 4, but I'm like dropping 1. Number 4, a huge one, this was probably number 1 for me, is it will help you find out what you want to do with the rest of your life, which is so important. So straight out of high school, when I was enlisting, I thought that I was going to go and do military, and I was going to be National Guard, so I was only have the 1 weekend a month. I would go through all my training. My school would be paid for. I was going to go and become like a PA or a doctor or a nurse or something. I applied straight out of high school to all of my school. Pre-nursing, nursing technically, and now I look back and I'm like, I don't see myself doing that at all. There's a reason I went to my EMT course. I thought I was going to need it for my patient contact hours for whatever major I chose afterward, and now I'm in an animal science major, and I don't think that I could be happier. I look back, and to be honest, I don't picture myself ever being a nurse. To me, that just doesn't seem like fun, where my major right now, I absolutely love it and I enjoy every minute of it. Yeah, some of my classes are hard, but I wouldn't change it for anything in the world. Number 5, being in community college teaches you a lot of responsibility. So a lot of people in high school, I know I had a couple of friends that did this that wasn't really personal to me. I already was pretty responsible, but community college makes you a lot more responsible because it's not like high school. Some community colleges do count your absences and will withdraw you from a class if you miss a certain amount of classes, but a lot of professors won't necessarily take attendance, or they don't necessarily care, and if you fail, you fail. They don't care. High school, it's kind of a little bit more handheld, where it teaches you responsibility because you have to go. Everything's on you in community college. Getting your financial aid and getting your classes registered for, dropping classes, adding classes, getting your books, everything's on you. Nothing's handed to you in community college like in high school where they hand you your books, they hand you your syllabi. They help you pick out your classes. Like, yes, you can go to an advisor that will help you pick out your classes in community college, but at the end of the day, yes, they can help you pick out your classes, but they're not going to register you for them. You have to do that. And it just gets even more intense when you go to a four-year school. But it definitely teaches you responsibility, especially if maybe you weren't the most responsible kid in high school or if you ditched a lot. It'll help with that. Number 6, you can make a lot of good connections at a community college that you won't necessarily get at a four-year school. Some four-year schools are a lot smaller than mine, but I know professors in community college knew my name, they knew the work I did, they knew that I was a great student and I would pay attention and input in class and I definitely feel like I could go to them if I had any issues or if I had problems or if I didn't understand something, I could go to them. They would know my name, they would kind of understand how I was thinking and be able to help me. We're like, four-year schools don't really do that. Four-year schools, especially big universities like mine, they're there to like crank you out. Like they just in and out, in and out, in and out 4 years. A lot of people aren't like that, like the 4 years. You can get references from your professors a lot easier in community college because they don't have as many students to worry about. Some community college professors do teach at larger universities, so that can be a little tricky, but they are still your professor and you can go to them. Usually in community college classes, there was only max about 30 students. And so it was easier to get to know your professor, get to know your classmates, get to know everybody, and you can make a lot of really great connections and network a lot. Number 7, huge, huge, huge. Everybody goes at their own pace. College, community college in general. Community college is not as rigid for curriculum as a four-year school would be. A lot of people will take, like I have a couple of coworkers that are only doing part-time their first semester out of high school because they didn't think they could handle it or they wanted to work more, they needed to save money. There's a lot of other factors that go into taking classes. Some people only want to take a class at a time and try it out. Where like a four-year school, they're like, you need to be full-time pretty much, and it's very hard to kind of be part-time at a four-year school unless you want to be there for 8+ years just to get your bachelor's degree. Where with community college, it's not necessarily like that, and it's really cool because everybody's kind of on their own time span and their own path or in their learning. Number 8, kind of along the same lines, you will meet people from every age at community college. I had people that were 17 and still in high school like I was in community college. I had people that were my age that were straight out of high school. I had people that were maybe a couple years older than me and they had just been taking classes part-time because they were EMTs or CNAs and they were working and trying to get their associate's degree and take some extra classes to further themselves in life. I also had people that were former business owners and people that just really wanted to get their degree, but they were like 40, 50, and they just wanted to go back because they wanted to learn or they wanted to finally get their degree or go back to school. Everybody is on the different route in community college, and there's so much diversity in age, race, gender, everything. It was really awesome to see. It was definitely shocking my first couple of classes when I was just like, I'm so used to everybody being my age, and now there's people that are like 25 years older than me, and I was like, what? It was an adjustment, but now looking back, it was really cool. And number 9, community college is a great foundation for anything that you want to do. If you want to transfer, if you want to go into a trade, if you want to go into the military, if you want to just go get a job somewhere, or anything else that you want to do, community college is a great foundation for that. Because like I said, it can help you figure out what you want to do, or I know in order to rank up to a certain rank in the military, you have to have their sort of 2-year associate's degree, or you can get your own associate's degree or bachelor's degree if you want to become an officer. There's a lot of different options. Some jobs, not all jobs, obviously, require you to have some sort of college education, and community college is a great way and a great foundation to get that. And number 10, the last one, you can experiment a lot with your classes. So I realize now that I should have probably gotten my associate's degree in biology or chemistry because my major now is so heavily science concentrated, and having my liberal arts and science degree only gave me like 2 of my science requirements and I need like 10 more, something like that. But it gives you the opportunity to experiment with classes. So say you want to dabble in art, you can go dabble in art. Say you hate that or you're horrible at it and you want to go over to theater, or if you want to go to business, or if you want to go to science, or if you want to go to hospitality management. There's so many different opportunities, and it's easier to experiment with classes because it's not that expensive. You can add and drop classes a lot easier. It's easier to get into classes because there's less people. You have the ability to really do what you want in community college because it's not as rigid as a 4-year school. So try things. Go out there, try something new. I took a macro class that I needed and I hated it, and now I'll never take economics ever again. Learn that lesson. But so overall, community college is an incredible option and I do recommend it, especially if you don't know what you want to do. Like, I have a couple of friends that are going to like PA school or PT school, and they have like a 5 or 6 year track, and they need that because it's very hard to transfer into a PT program or into a PA program. And so that's when it's really beneficial to go straight into that. But a lot of like business degrees and other ones, you don't necessarily need all the credits at a 4-year school, so it's just more beneficial overall if you go to a community college. So I just recommend have an open mind, especially if your parents are really trying to convince you to go to community college. Just take everything they say with a grain of salt. Do your own research. It is your life, so it is ultimately your decision. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's a little bit longer than some of my other ones, but thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and please leave any suggestions for any other videos in the comment section down below. Thank you and have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye everyone.